What's up, guys? It's Karma. So I've been doing this for a while, and I've got to say that the most common comment that I get is, what are demons? How are demons formed? How are they created? And how do I know if a demon has control over me? So I wanted to create a quick little video so that we can talk about what they are. How have they come into existence, and how do they latch onto people? There are many different perspectives on this, okay? So I'm going to break this down in a way that makes sense both spiritually and energetically. Forgive me, I'm driving and that's my keys. I have a push start so they don't need to be in ignition. Anyways, so first, let's talk about how are demons created, okay? So again, there are many different ways that you can look at this, and it all depends on your belief system. So the first way to look at this would be the religious view, okay? So Christianity and other Abrahamic traditions, they believe that demons are fallen beings or fallen angels, so to speak, beings that were once divine, but they chose to rebel. Lucifer, aka Satan, is said to have led a rebellion against divine order. And as a result, he and all of his followers were cast out of heaven. Okay, sounds very familiar to that of the story of Adam and Eve. Okay, so these beings that are now cut off from divine light, they exist in a distorted and chaotic state, okay, here on earth, and they seek to spread that same corruption among humanity. Now, let's look at the metaphysical and quantum energy view. My views and belief systems align more with metaphysical realities. And so when we talk about an energetic and metaphysical standpoint, demons can also be seen and understood as a dark thought form, okay? Or entities that are created and strengthened by our negative emotions and actions. Every thought and every emotion that you have carries a specific frequency. And when large amounts of fear, hatred, suffering are generated, that energy can then take on a life of its own. Okay, and so some people call these entities egregores. Egregores are conscious beings born from collective negativity. And these lower dimensional entities and energies, they feed off of negative energy much like parasites, okay? So they're very drawn to people who vibrate at lower frequencies, okay? And then you have interdimensional beings and spiritual parasites. Forgive me. So a lot of traditions believe that that demons are not created in the traditional sense, but that they've always existed in lower realms that are just beyond our perception and understanding, okay? And they attach themselves to people whose energy fields have been weakened. Again, usually due to negativity, somebody who lives in anger, somebody who lives in fear and worry, prolonged trauma, prolonged addiction, okay, deep despair. They thrive on chaos, and they seek to influence this physical world by manipulating all of our human emotions and actions, okay? And so knowing that kind of leads us into, how do they gain control, or how do they latch onto us? So it's important to know that demons cannot just jump into someone instantly. It doesn't work like that. It is a process, and it usually happens in stages or steps. So how do they take a hold? Well, as I've been talking about, lower vibrational states. It's a magnet, okay? Demons resonate with fear. They resonate with anger, despair, addiction, trauma. And the more somebody remains in these emotional states, the more that person becomes an energetic match to these entities, okay? So if you have trauma and emotional wounds, if you have all of these unhealed pain inside of you, it creates a crack in your aura and your electromagnetic field. And think of it like a wound. If you leave a wound open and untreated, it's going to get infected. Negative energies infect your wound, and it's kind of the same thing, okay? So negative entities exploit off of your openings, they feed off of your pain, and they just keep you stuck in a cycle of suffering where you just feel like you cannot get out. There's also inviting them in, whether intentional or not intentional. Sometimes people unknowingly invite them in. And this can happen through certain occult practices that you do without any form of protection. If you've ever engaged in any sort of dark ritual, or even something as simple as obsessing over negative thoughts, okay, or playing with fear-based energy, if you've ever played any sort of summoning games or played with a Ouija board, all of that stuff, all energy responds to attention. So if you are focused on a negative energy, you're going to bring it to life. It's going to expand in your life. You also have energy that can attach themselves through objects and locations. And certain objects, certain locations and places, they hold on to energy, especially if it's been used in dark rituals. It can carry that energy moving forward. Any places that you can visit that have had intense suffering or violence, that energy will be residual energy that can linger in that area. And if you go there and partake in those areas, if you have those traumas and those wounds and those openings, they're going to be able to enter you. Okay. It is also important to know that not everyone dealing with negativity is possessed or has a demonic possession. Okay. But some noters, some markers to help you know would be somebody who's experiencing a sudden extreme change in personality. Okay. Especially like anger or paranoia, an unexplained fear, or a fear or repulsion towards sacred symbols that are used in prayers or for positive energy. If they're afraid of them, probably demonic influence. Sleep paralysis, nightmares, feeling constantly drained or depressed, and feeling like something is weighing you down nonstop. And one of the important things that I want you guys to know as I'm explaining this, and I'm sorry that I'm driving, but demons and negative entities, they don't have any power unless you give it to them. Okay? So a demon only gains its power by you believing that it can have power over you. And so one of the easiest ways to kind of remove yourself from this energy is to raise your vibration. You need to keep your energy high. That means that you need to constantly practice gratitude, joy, love, forgiveness, and remember that darkness cannot thrive in the presence of high frequency energy. So it's important for you to stay in these high states of energy even when chaos is around you. You can use protection prayers, you can use affirmations, you can use mantras. You don't have to follow a specific religion to call on the divine light, your ancestors, angels, and spiritual guardians to help seal your aura, okay, from outside influence. You can also use salt. Salt is a natural energy purifier. You can sprinkle it around your home. You can take a bath with Epsom salt. You can burn sage and Palo Santo while you are speaking out your affirmations and commanding these entities and energies to leave. You can also visualize a golden and or white light to surround you that will act as a protective shield, okay? And if you do those types of protections daily, it will strengthen your aura and it will make it that much more harder for any negative energy to attach you. You have the power within you to step forth and put these protections on you. You have to take action. Cutting cords and releasing attachments to negativity. If you feel that something is attached to you, then you need to meditate on it and release it. You need to visualize cutting energetic cords with this energy that no longer serve you. Call on Archangel Michael to help you. But also another big thing that you should be doing is avoid feeding the darkness. The more that you obsess over anything that is stressful, that causes you fear, anxiety, worry, the more power that you are giving these negative entities. You must stand in your own sovereignty and authority. Demons can only influence where there is fear. If there is no fear, demonic influence cannot enter. Okay? Because at the end of the day, darkness has never been stronger than light, and it never will be. And the only reason, I'm going to say it again, the only reason that a demon can hold power is only if that person believes that they are powerless, and none of us are powerless. It's all in your mind. So the key to protection is to stay grounded, to stay spiritually aware and spiritually woke and mindful of the energy that you allow in your life, of the energy that you allow yourself to partake in, to be around, to absorb, anything. If what is coming towards you or what you are involved in does not align with what you want for your life and the peace that you're looking for, you have the power to step away and to cut that energy off and to not give it access to you. All right, so I hope this video helps those that need it. I look forward to hearing from all of you guys in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.